As for pushing the Pope out, after I said that yesterday, a lot of people have I'm not the only one who's been saying this. And there are others who have objected, saying, well, there's really no way to push a Pope out. I mean, what are you talking about? So there's no reason to talk about it because it's impossible to do. I don't think that's true. I think there is a way to get rid of a Pope, if you want to put it that way. That's how you want to phrase it. To my knowledge, there isn't any mechanism in place to officially have the Pope removed from office. So in that sense, there is nothing we can do. But in that same sense, we as individuals have little power to have anyone in any context removed from any position. You couldn't even get rid of the local Domino's assistant manager in your neighborhood if you wanted to. I mean, you couldn't do it on your own. You personally really cannot remove anyone from anything, if we're being honest, right? You and I are people with basically no power, and on our own, we can't remove anyone from anything. But as groups, we have virtually, I think, unlimited power in these kinds of situations. Because if the group is large enough and loud enough and consistent enough, it can basically push anyone from any position. If the position is Domino's assistant manager, well, then the group probably doesn't need to be that large. If the position is some political office, then the group needs to be much, much larger, but it can happen. For the Pope, the group needs to be extremely, extremely, extremely large, but it can happen. And this needs to be a group that is armed with prayer and righteous anger. If it turns out that the Pope is guilty and it's not looking good for him, let's be honest. But if these allegations can be confirmed, or if there is enough corroboration so as to make the fact completely, overwhelmingly clear, or if the Pope, as I said, tries to ignore this completely and thus proves the existence of a cover-up by his lack of denial and his lack of action, well, then I think it'll be time for Catholics to rise up around the globe, to take to the streets, organize rallies, put pressure on their bishops to put pressure themselves on the Vatican. That's what I mean by pressuring, pushing. It's just a matter, if we get to this point, and I'm not saying we're there yet, but if we get to this point, then it's a matter of rising up, making your anger known, and saying, this is unacceptable, this is intolerable, this man does not have the moral capacity to lead.